Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another Supercoach Insider podcast. My name's Swizz, here talking booms and busts with the great man Joe from the Centre Bounce podcast. How are you, mate?
I am doing very well, thanks for asking, Swizz. Very excited to talk about my suggestions. I'm
I
going to
love
get
it.
some egg on my face, maybe.
Yes. Before we jump into that, as always, check us out on all our social media platforms, in particular YouTube, Spotify. Get in contact with us via X, Supercoach Insider 100, Swizz26 for me directly. Joe, where can the good people find you, mate?
Send a Bounce YouTube channel and on X, bounce_center. And to me personally, chabby_Joe.
Beautiful, mate. Okay, so we are here. Short video to talk booms and busts. Who was either the unique player that no one's talking about that you've got in your side at the moment, or the player that's just going to really boom for us this season?
Look, I was going to say, of course, the big man. I've been talking about him since last year, Big Sean Darcy, but everyone's talking about him now. Everyone's seen the pictures of how lean he is, and everyone's excited about Sean Darcy. So I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to pick a new teammate of his, someone that I think not enough people are talking about. He used to play for your mob, Swizz, and I'm talking about Shea Bolton, man. This guy, the razzle dazzle, he's shown us that he can average a 96 odd type score back in 2023, and you guys finished like 13th that year. He's going to be playing for a much better side over there at the Fremantle Dockers. He loves to play at Optus Stadium. Of course, you can say that's probably because he likes to beat up on the West Coast Eagles, and he'll still get every chance to do that twice a year. So I'm really excited about Shea Bolton's potential.
Yeah, mate, and I like we saw probably checked out a little bit of the Tigers last year, but still, averaged a 77 in what, a team that only won 2 games and he's playing mainly forward. The question is, can he be that guy who's linking up from inside 50 and trying to get that second possession from Sarong or Brayshaw or whoever's won the clearance and having an impact that way? That's what he was doing back a couple of years ago in 2023 for the Tigers when he averaged nearly 97 for the season. I've always said this guy is a guy that could potentially kick 10 to 12 goals in a game too. And if he gets the right delivery, gets the right matchup, unfortunately, it's probably going to be against my boys in the Barossa Valley. But he can literally rip teams apart. And we saw it a couple of times more than a few times. Like there was in that 2023 season after a slow start, he put up scores of 152, 151, and 158. Like imagine having that as your F6 going throughout the season.
Oh, it will be absolutely incredible. And he's going to, I think I would be surprised if Freo don't give him some midfield time. We're seeing a lot more teams now trying to throw in that small forward that can give that spark and dynamic line breaking ability through the midfields. And he's shown that he can do it. He's a prize recruit. He's not someone that they're just going to keep plonking him in the forward pocket and ask for him to do some crumbing. That he will do, no doubt about it. But I think he will be of tremendous assistance in that midfield to get some speed on the ball, because you not normally associate speed with the Fremantle Dockers, but I think this year moving forward, they're going to have a lot more fleet-footed players. Thinking about Frederick as well, potentially getting some more time. Erasmus, I think he's got a little bit of toe. Brayshaw, we all know about him. Hayden Young had a move into the midfield, replacing Will Brodie, who doesn't have legs. So I think Fremantle are looking to add some more speed on the pill, and I think for just over 400k, I think Shea Bolton is going to be a top 6 forward pretty comfortably.
I love it. And now, really putting the chips on the table, mate. Who's your bust for the 2025 season?
My bust this year is going to be on the other side, and he's someone who I can't believe I'm saying this. I was his biggest supporter all preseason last year, and I was a firm believer in sexy boy Ned Flanders. I just thought he was going to be absolutely worthwhile as a selection in the forward line, despite the early buy and the fixture. And boy, did he prove me right. He was a beacon of consistency, but I just don't think we're going to get that from him this year, especially at that elevated price point in the back line, where I don't think he will be featuring much in the back line at all. They've added a couple of players who play in the back line. You've got Noble and you've got Rioli coming both across from two Victorian sides. And I think that will certainly take away his pigging, behind the pill. Of course, does that mean, he's moved to other positions as well and been able to find the pill there? But I just think that Lombard comes into the side, and he's a great running player as well that can push up the ground and link up play. So the Suns are a lot more balanced, and they have a lot more good players that can play and supplement those roles that he was playing last year. And for that, I think, in addition to the early buy, I think that starting with Sam Flanders is wrong.
Yeah, no, and I like that, mate, because I think they can be a better team with him forward of the ball and obviously helping out that midfield. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's good for our super coaches. So I think that's a great bust and a very good boom that you've added in there. So I appreciate that, Joe. I hope you guys are, well, actually interesting what you guys think out there. Tell us what you think about Flanders and Shai Bolton, and let me know who your boom and bust is for this 2025 season. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Joe, and we will talk soon. Bye, everyone.
See you guys.